Welcome to Puvanur RBIR Laya Academy of Music and Mathematics. Welcome to Puvanur RBIR Laya Academy of Music and Mathematics. We will see some interesting ideas of Mridangam Chakravarti, Thanjavur Sri T.K. Murthy sirs. Before I get into the class, I'll start this class with a Tirukkural. Arumai udaithandru asavamai vendum perumai muyarchi tharum. What is the meaning of it? An attempt to succeed. That's the crux of this Tirukkural. இது செய்வதற்கு முடியாத செயல் என்று சோர்வடையாமல் இருக்க வேண்டும். Nothing is impossible in this world. You should never feel tired that this is very difficult to achieve. You should first of all feel very confident in achieving certain things. இடைவிடாத முயற்சி அதை செய்து முடிக்கும் வலிமையை தரும். If you continuously attempt on it, actually you will get the strength, necessary strength to achieve that. With this good thought, I'll enter into the class. We will see some interesting core ways of Dr. T.K. Murthy sirs. In fact, I am not too sure about how much he's fond of Payani Subramanian Pillai, but he used to quote quite vividly, like he likes Payani style. Being a student of Vaidyanath Iyer, they have a very strong, a lot of people have, Thanjavur school have liking towards the Pudukkottai Bani because of Dakshinamurthy, thanks to that, it was a big drawing in Ganjira, and he later became a Swamiji and Sannyasi and renounced the whole thing. And in his lineage, there are a lot of percussion artists emanated. So there's always a strong liking for that school of thought, and it's like antique model. So the first core, in fact, when I went there, he taught me this, and probably he had a liking towards that school. So this was the first one which he taught when I was when I started with him. The next core way is very interesting. The next core way is somewhat in a similar manner. next chord is titta tum ta ta ding ta ta tum ta ta ding ta ding ta ta ding ta kita ding ta kita tum ta ti ta tum ta kita ding ta kita tum ta ti ta tum ta kita ding ta kita tum ta ti ta tum ta kita tum ta ti ta tum ta kita tum ta ti ta tum ta ti ta tum ta ti ta tum ta. So beautiful reduction of Tatita Kridam, gradual, it is scientific, it's Lakshyam, Lakshanam combined, beautiful chord. Which is very interesting and very different. And if you look at this chord, there is a scope for improvement. What he does is taditta dim ta ta dhim tatta dim ta ta dhim tadhum ta ta dhim takita dhi takita dum tadikita tum. First one. Takita dhi takita dum tadikita tum. Second. Takita dhi takita dum tadikita tum. Third. Takitatum Tadikitatum 4, Takitatum Tadikitatum 5, Tadikitatum 6, Tadikitatum 7. So there are 7 Tadikitatum's occurrence are there. So instead of 5, if you want to change it to 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10, the principle is behind, if you take 7 matras behind, you can play 6. If you take 7 more, you can play 7. You can take 7 more, you play 8. And then you can establish your thala and you can completely exchange the ideas with the other fellow person. Just making this as a theme. So when I am giving an idea, Murthy Mama's ideas are actually, whenever there is a scope in that, he tries to convert that into you can do multiple ways of doing it. Like even in this now, 100 ways you can do it. I'm not undermining it because 100 is just a lower number. You can actually do some sort of a canvas painting using the idea. So that's important. The next idea is Chatusra Modal Kalam, first speed, second speed, third speed. He uses all the 3 speeds and then come out with a concept. Ta, di, taka, dinna, tong. So tha di taka dina takita is the first speed. Tit taka dina thang is second speed. Takadana thang is the third speed. So that's the first part of it. Then tha di ki ta tum tadikita tum tadikita tum tadikita tum tadikita tum daga tadikita tum tadikita tum tadikita tum daga tadita kadum ta tadita kadum ta tadita kadum. So let's see how it comes. Ta di taka dina tong te taka dina tong ta dong ta di ki ta tum 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 ta ga ta di ki ta tum ta di ki ta tum ta di ki ta tum ta ga ta di ta ka tum ta di ta ka tum ta di ta ka tum ta. Here it's only an idea, 2 matras less. So you have to play after 2 fingers. After 2 fingers when you play, it actually comes for sama. So let's look at rendugalai. 1, 2, ta, di, taka, dinna, tong. Te, taka, dinna, tong. Taka, dinna, tong. Ta, di, ki, ta, tum, ta, ding, na, tum, ta, di, ki, ta, tum, ta, di, ki, ta, tum, ta, di, ki, ta, tum, ta, ga, ta, di, ki, ta, tum, ta, di, ki, ta, tum, ta, di, ki, ta, tum, ta, ga, ta, di, ta, ka, tum, ta, di, ta, ka, tum, ta, ta, di, ta, ka, tum, ta. So after 2 fingers, you land up there. The next one, again, there is a scope for improvement. This is what you have to, in Murthy Mama's school, this is what you have to evolve. The first one, tadikitatum, tadikitatum, tadikitatum. Then he took tadikitatum, oru karve, tadikitatum, rendu karve. Now in this next pattern, what he tries to do, use 1 karve first, 2 karves and 3 karves, and then he plays it for arayadam. For arayadam, we will see how the whole thing approaches. Ta, di, taka, dinna, tong. Te, taka, dinna, tong. Ta, da, dong, ta, di, ki ta tum ta dikka ta tum ta dikka tum ta dikka tum ta dikka tanta ga ta dikka tanta ta dikka tanta ta dikka tantam ta dikka tantam ta dikka tanta ta dikka tanta. So the last time when you are when the carve becomes 3, you shrink the carve to ensure you get into the arena. So that's so same core he uses the later half in a different way and tries to play for Aradam or Samam, and that's the beauty in his school of thought. This is a special aspect. I will not say it's an audience choice or the Rasika's choice, but he uses these ideas vividly. The next one, the Tisra Korve. The Tisra Korve, he gives a scope. Once when he establishes one Korve, he plays for 7-8 varieties into that. Taka dina dina tong, taka dina dina tong, taka dina dina tong, tadikita tadikita tadikita. This is a 12-beat korve. 12-beat korve is a Tishra korve. Taka dina dina tong, taka dina dina tong, taka dina dina tong, tadikita 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 ta. Now Tadittaka dina thang. So instead of 3, you reduce to 2. So it becomes Tadittaka dina thang, dittaka dina thang, taka dina thang. Tadittaka dina, dittaka dina, taka dina. Tadittaka dina, dittaka dina, taka dina thang, taka dina thang, taka dina thang. So once when you know one core right, that dit takadena dinatong, dit takadena dinatong, takadena dinatong, if you know that, reducing one akshara, you can play multiples of core ways from the same base. So this is one of the good ideas of T.K. Murthy sirs. Then very beautiful Tisra Korve used to play. Initial stages he used to appreciate. He said they had played this a number of times in his concert, which is a 20-beat Tisra Korve. It goes like this. Takadadin, 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 tam dam 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 So it's beautifully structured. If I want to explain it, this is the way I have to take it low in a Tisra Nade in an explicit way. Takadina kukudatin, takadina kukudatin. Takadina kukudatin. Tam, dargadam, 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 tadik kita tandai, tadik kita, tadik kita tandai, tadik kita tandai. So, but implicitly when you tell, that's the beauty. Takadadim, 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 takadana kukudatin, takadana kukudatin, takadana kukudatin, the Kradatadik is 5. 3 times it occurs, it's 5 beats. Tak, dik, 2 fingers in between. So finally, that's how it should get. So this is a beautiful Tisra Korve. Okay, the earlier one is you have a scope for improvement. This one is a little complicated because it has a good impetus to play this. You can play to showcase your talent in a brilliant form. The next Korve is a very, very Dakshinamurti Mama's Korve, and how he changed that into his form. That's the beauty here. Takadinatang, 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 di, ki, ta, tum, ta, ti, ki, ta. Ta, ti, ki, ta, tum, 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 ta, Dike ta tum ta 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 tarikadum 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 ta. It's a little complicated in the sense because it's chatusram disram. Taga ti it's disram. Then it comes ta ti ki, that's chatusram. Then taga ti, then again the disram format comes. So you have to be very, very careful in handling this sort of this chord. So what he did is, he had ta. So he did it. He had manipulated the whole thing in his own way. Ta ta jum ta rita ta jum ta rita ta. He uses this phrase for 8.5 beats, and then he plays the same Dakshinamurti pin mogram. Ta ta jum ta rita ta jum ta rita ta ti ki. Then he starts off with this. That's his different approach he had taken. He has also played ta ka di na tang ta ka di na tang ta di ta ka di na tang ta ka di na tang ta ka di na ta di ke ta ton ta di ke ta ton ta di ke ta tum ta di ke ta ton ta di ke ta ton ta di ke ta tum ta di ke ta ton ta di ke ta ton ta di ke ta ton ta. Made it simplified. He has also made that sort of a form, and the later mogram also he had made like this: ta di ke ta tum 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 ta di ke ta ta di ke ta ta di ke ta 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 di ke ta ta di ke ta 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 di ke ta 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 di ke ta di ke ta ta di ke ta di ke ta ta di ke ta di ke ta ta. So this was also he had made an innovation using Dakshinamurti score. So I think this is good enough of vocabulary for you to understand his brilliance out of this whole thing. But let me play this chorway once, and then we will stop here and we'll continue in the next class with some more ideas. The later half, whatever I taught, is a variety. So he plays like this as well. So with this, I will stop here. I'll continue in the next class with the brilliant ideas of Mridangam legend, Dr. T.K. Murthy sir. Let me conclude this class with a Tirukkural. Vinaikan vinaikadal ombal vinaikurai thirndarin thirndandru ulagu. What is the meaning of it? ஒரு செயலை செய்து முடிக்காமல் இடையில் விட்டாரை உலகம் கைவிடும். A person actually leaves in between whatever he had attempted. The whole world will leave him like that. ஆதலால் முயற்சியை கைவிடல் ஆகாது. So you should never stop to attempt to succeed. So you should continuously try to achieve the goal what you had set. With this good thought, in concluding this class, we will see some more interesting aspects of the legendary Mridangam Vidwan, Thanjavur Sri T.K. Murthy sir.
Thank you.